possibility on this occasion. Now we're just going to hit the mage where it's going to hurt. So this arena skirmish turns out to be a 3v3 match, which doesn't happen all too often. So we'll get our stealth on quite late, and we'll jump straight into the action. I presume entertaining the boomkin for a train. The Demon Hunter has actually used some mad ability which flies him into the air, and he does incredibly big damage, so we just have to run from that. We will now keep ripping into the boomkin there while trying to attempt to clone the priest, which we do so get very successfully, but it was massively DR'd. Now we are just looking to make sure that our health remains okay, which it seems to be falling a little bit, so I will attempt to run back to my druid, in which time the Demon Hunter shall almost receive a clone, but actually kick me on that. Actually, we might be going on the Demon Hunter here, so it's probably wiser just to attack him on this occasion. Now the Cyclone is on me, which is okay because, well, I'll otherwise be the one getting trained. The fear goes on the priest, and yes, that is game over. We will hope anyway, unless they can do some majestic comeback. It looks to be game, but I believe the priest has given in, so it will end momentarily, without any real major concern on this occasion, and we will take the game just like that. And now the priest will go down, and game will be over. So, time has just been wasted a little bit more with the clone, but it's okay. We win. It appears we have another 3v3 game on our hands, which seems almost unheard of because it's quite often 2v2s. So we will see how this goes. Starting on the mage first should be our port of call, while we get some CC onto the mage, onto the priest, which is ideal really. So we'll go for a Cyclone there, and we'll just keep pummeling out here as well. I'm going to trinket that Hodge to give myself a little bit of heals and relieve the pressure from our monk healer. Seem to be the only one hitting the paladin, obviously as the rogue decided to swap over. So I'm going to kick him on frost, so he cannot use the ring. A life cocoon on me, I have only just noticed. I must be sleeping. I seem to be taking quite a lot of damage, so... Oh, the rogue is actually the one that's taking a lot more damage, so I'm going to run away and do some sort of off-heals while we try and get a little bit of a reset here. The bubble has been used as well from the paladin. A Cyclone will land on the priest for a DR duration, while we attempt to hit on the mage once again. While cautiously walling, because a lot of damage has been taken, we will then also use our Heart of the Wild in attempts to get some big heals out as well, and also have 2 sets of Frenzied Regeneration on this case, which I think we may need to use, just to be careful. We don't want to be dying too quickly now. Well, while we might die in the near end, we don't want it to be too quick when we still have things that we can use and jobs that we can do as well. So, hitting a little bit on the priest here, while moving across to the mage, as we don't want him to free cast in any capacity. While I am stunned here by an ability, I have no idea what it is called, I must now go back onto the mage. I will allow him to get the Ring of Frost on this occasion here. I should still have, I think, Heart of the Wild for a little bit, or I may have accidentally let it expire with very little use. However, there is the block which we were so eager to get. The Cyclone onto the priest is met with a kick, which is okay. A Cyclone is now in attempts, and it has indeed landed. We have burst back in 30 seconds, which will give us time to get a reset on the Cyclones, and I think it might be the Paladin that will be our kill choice, due to the lack of bubble that he currently has. Although he still has a bop, I believe he may not use it. If he does, we could swap to the mage with very little issue in that way. So, I'm going to just make sure that we recover first, before the burst will come out, and the damage will flow, and that's just what we need. So the cyclone will be coming in now. It's been faded, so we're going for the bash, which is then going to hopefully be followed by the cyclone, which it does land indeed. Then chasing on to the paladin here, we're trying to get a little bit of a win potential I can't even talk anymore, because we used our burst a little bit earlier than perhaps ideal, but we can still cause some damage just here. Going to tickle the priest a little bit as well, because, well, nothing wrong with a tickle, and yes, defensives used on me, off hills as well, and it looks like we're actually making nothing happen with the burst here, which is a massive shame. However, we do still seem to be in relatively good shape, and he's knocked me out, so I don't hit that ring, which is fantastic on this occasion. Going for a clone onto the ret, he doesn't kick, so he will be sitting that for a good short while. Well, the clone is now swapped onto the priest, the priest, and we're back onto the mage a little bit now, just trying to give off a little bit of extra damage here, which is exactly what we want to be doing. We are in a spot of trouble though, and we may actually perish here. No, we are saved by a big heal, which is indeed helpful here. A DR on the priest, and we will just try and look to get some form of damage out. We will miss the kick on the polymorph, which is a shame. And again, the damage is on me. It looks like it may need to be a bare form and run situation on this occasion, which I think is what we're looking to do in. Okay, maybe not so much. We will jump off and we will start healing ourselves here as well, just to ensure that we live for a bit longer, but I think it may be the rogue that shall succumb in this game first of all, while I look to attempt to get back to my team and try and clone the priest, which is kicked, but he did line of sight it, so that is good for us. A bash onto the priest now, which will be followed hopefully by a cyclone. It does indeed land, and we have a burst back again very soon, which we should be able to use onto the mage once again. We will need to try and get off we might lose our monk here. We may be losing our monk. What we will do quickly is clone the mage, try and buy a little bit more time, while we then clone the retribution paladin, tickle the priest a little bit, go for a cyclone any second if we can land it, which I do not think we can. Unless we did land it, which would be very surprising for me, but also not too far out of the realms of possibility on this occasion. Now we're just going to hit the mage where it's going to hurt. Try and swap out a bit of the damage here as well, but I think it might be over for the rogue, and it is. But the game will not be given over by me just yet, because there could always be bigger opportunities. And it is now over. That is a shame, but a well-fought game nonetheless.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed it, please be sure to give the video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and if you think there are some friends that would enjoy this video, then be sure to send it to them. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. So until then, take care and bye for now.